We are now in the Marquesas, after our Pacific crossing. We are in May, in the Bay of Coyote, on the island of Nuku Hiva. We are anchored in about 50 feet of water with lots of other boats. Most of them recently crossed the Pacific either from Mexico like us or from Panama via the Galapagos Islands. We are all happy to be on firm land again and find fresh produce. And we all need a break from sailing. The water is a bit murky. We can't see the seafloor, but it always feels good to swim. We found under the swim step some weird but harmless creatures. When we go ashore and see the fishermen on dock, we realize that there are some fish in the water indeed, and lots of sharks. Black-tipped sharks come for their breakfasts of freshly caught tuna. They swirl around the dinghies and we are a bit afraid of them at first. But we'll see a lot of them around here and we'll get to know them better. On land, life is calm. We go to the gendarmerie for our entry in French Polynesia. Then we find the bakeries to get some dearly missed baguettes. We find a small open-air bar with Wi-Fi. The connection is slow, but it's still better than with our satellite phone. The valley is surrounded with slopes covered with green plants, flowers and trees. Here we climb a small hill with a nice view of the bay. This huge statue stands on top. It represents the future of Marquesian people in tune with their deeply rooted traditions. People can leave message in the belly button, and Naomi needed some help to get hers in. We see a lot of people with nice tribal tattoos. We see the same symbols around the village. It's their story, their pride. We leave Taiohae for another bay up north. After a few hours, we arrive in the Bay of Anao. It is nicely protected from the swell. Here, we can have calm nights and we rest. Here, we fall in love with the Marquesas. The boys are not comfortable using the dinghy on their own. They can turn on the engine, drive carefully, and slow down before climbing on board our boat. Yes, they're growing up. We're going to shore for a nice hike to the next bay, over a crest. There is a little town there with shops and a road. All around us we see fruit trees. We get some grapefruits, mangoes, star fruits, passion fruits, limes. We carry our daily harvest back on the trail. It's heavy, but it's so rewarding to get all these tropical fruits right here. People and nature are so generous here. We decide to slow down our trip and to stay at least 1 year in French Polynesia. Until then, we've been chasing the summer and it was sometimes a rush to get out of bad weather or hurricane season.
Noah, can you tell me what you're doing?
It's the game.
The game for what?
For Bastian's birthday.
For Bastian's birthday? You're inventing a game for Bastian's birthday?
Bastien has his birthday in May.
A lot of guns
No
here.
supermarkets here to buy a present. So we invent, we do craft, we improvise.
Okay.
Noah came up with a big game.
When is Bastian's birthday? Aye. Good luck.
We had a long day customized for Bastien. We swam a lot, the kids played on the swim step and tried new things with more and less success.
I should know how to do a backflip now. Let's go. No. 9 years old. I should know how to do a backflip now. Let's go. No. Oh, come on.
All in all, it was a nice day in a great bay. Who wouldn't like to turn 9 here? We're now at his birthday dinner. We just ate his favorite dish, and it's time for presents and desserts. Friend of ours told us about something special to do in the bay. We'll go the next day. We take the dinghy and we start looking. White and black fins appear above the water. It's a spot for manta rays.
So you're right.
Ouais, tu vois, elles font une petite vague différente, on dirait.
We watch and try to rule out that those are not their cousins. Sharks.
Ah, elle s'est retournée là, elle s'est retournée.
À l'envers là.
Elle était là quelque part.
We jump in the water, the 6 of us. We come closer. In case they are sharks and not manta rays, we ask the kids to stay on the back of an adult. And here we go. Here they come. These are giant manta rays. They are bigger than our dinghy. They are strictly vegetarian, so there is no risk for us. They swim as they were flying, and they let us admire them.
Tu les as vus?
We'll stay a long time with them. The water is charged with plankton, so the visibility is not great, but nonetheless we enjoy the show. We need to get out of the water before being too cold. We'll come back soon.
Yeah, we just came back from the Badlands. Yep.
We go back to the boat, mesmerized by these gentle giants. What an outstanding place. Now we go for another hike to get some fresh produce in a farm at the next bay.
I think that we're close to the pharmacy. Yeah, as you can see, but I have to move a bit to walk. If it doesn't feel comfortable for you. If you actually recognize, there's plenty of fruits here. We just met a person in that tent in the back over the house. Wow. And he offered us donuts without any sugar. And the best friend and me ate them. My grandpa, Myuu, he bought some of mine. Well, I asked him if he wanted to. Everything is going well. I hope you see this video.
But we have to go back. The recent rain turned the path into a mud bath. No fresh produce for us.
My shoe just got stuck a few minutes ago.
Okay, go ahead of me so I can take a movie.
We're going back to Taiohae. Nevo has a plane to catch. He stayed with us for about 2 months. We meet other boats. Here Nat organized a big soccer game with over 20 boat kids. We spent most of our time with 3 boats now. The Canadians on Maple, the Norwegians on Vega, and the Americans on Not Home. We go to a birthday party in a fancy hotel, and the kids swim in the nice pool. We learn that our new Norwegian friends know some of Nallie's sister's family in Norway. Small world, isn't it? We've been in Nuku Hiva for a month now. We plan on leaving with the intention to come back for the cyclone season and see the other Marquesian Islands. We do a last stop in Controller's Bay. There, we walk a hike to a waterfall. We don't exactly know where it is, but we end up finding our way. But the short hike becomes a long one for the whole afternoon. The waterfall wasn't spectacular, but the hike was still worth it. However, we come back covered with mosquito bites. We make new friends. Simon and Taya lived in the Tapivai Valley their whole life. They taught us how to cook breadfruits. The kids taught Simon some English. Simon and Taya gave us bags and bags of fruits. They'll know we'll have a hard time finding fresh produce in the Tuamotus.
Oh yeah.
Yes. These ones. This one.
Banana.
This one. Bananas from the stem. We also got, what, 40, 50 lemons? And the same 30 apples, something like that.
We set sail early June for 4 days of open ocean to the Tuamotus archipelago. There is a good weather window. We're excited to discover these atolls made out of sand and coconut trees somewhere in the middle of the Pacific. And anyway, we'll come back to the Marquesas soon. Or will we? Sometimes our plans change.